awkwardly walk back on stage. All right. Patrina, hit me with those questions.
Okay.
So hot. Go on.
Ruel, if you could travel to anywhere in the world other than Paris to get inspiration for writing music, where would you go to and why?
I think my number one place, at least at the moment, is Bergen. I went there, I don't know, was it last year? Like, started last year for a show to do a festival. So it's like West Norway. And, oh my God, it was the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. And I just feel like if there was any creative ever, just like got a house there, like they would write so many albums because it's so easy to get inspired there just because of the beauty and the silence of it all. It's pretty amazing.
This is a very necessary question from Caitlin and Jana. Hot or cold Milo?
Caitlin and Jana. I think, I don't know. I tried hot for the first time actually a few weeks ago and it just didn't hit as hard as cold. So sorry for all those hot Milo people out there.
Which song off Bright Lights, Red Eyes is your favourite to perform live? And that's from Rachel.
Ooh, I really like Distance or Say It Over. Probably Distance though. I think Distance is a good vibe.
Stella is coming through with a killer question.
Stella, okay.
If you were a dog, what breed do you think you would be?
I don't know. I feel like everyone sees themselves in their own dog. And I feel like me and my dog look quite alike. So he's an English Cocker Spaniel, so I'll go with that.
Okay. I'm not sure if it's Maddie or Mady, so I'm going to say both.
Maddie, Mady.
Yep. How old were you when you learnt to ride a bike?
Maddie, Mady. I think I was 7? Maybe. I don't know if that's old or young. I actually don't remember that at all. It was when I went to Australia, so I would have been older than 4. But, yeah, let's go with 7.
Did you have training wheels?
Did I have training wheels? I'm sure I did at some point. I'm sure I didn't go straight onto 2 wheels. That'd be incredibly irresponsible for my parents. I could have really badly injured myself.
Whoops. She also wants to know, this is a cheeky question, but I approve. When?
It's a cheeky question, but you approve, Patrina?
Yes. When can you get your license back?
Oh, okay, that's not that cheeky. I get it next month. It's been 2 months in the making. 2 months not in the making, really. And yeah, it's been a long, hard road, but only 1 month to go.
Rules back on the road.
Back on the road. Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Zoe and Holly would like to know, what was the biggest milestone in your career so far?
The biggest milestone in my career. I don't know. I feel like the biggest kind of pinch me moment I had was stepping out in front of the Sydney Opera House last year. I think that was a huge moment just for me, just because it was just so, I don't know, the venue's so iconic and I could see my friends, I saw my family, and then just like 2,000 fans in front of me, just, yeah, it blew me away. So I feel like that was, I don't know, just that moment kind of felt like I was the most proud of myself.
Haley wants to know, what has been the best thing about 2020 so far?
It's a tough question. I don't know, I guess getting my license was pretty cool. Well, that lasted pretty long, didn't it? And so I guess getting it was a good feeling, and then driving for the month I had it. That was a pretty nice moment.
Tani, who also says she loves you lots, wants to know what your most memorable stage moment was.
There's been so many. I think the most recent one, which I think will stick with me, is what I referenced in the show, was when I was once introducing my song Hard Sometimes, and I slipped my words and I accidentally said, I was like being really all sentimental, and I was like trying to be all deep and being like, oh, you know, it's okay, it's okay to be sad. And then I ended it with, it's okay to be hard sometimes. And then I just did not register what I just said. And then everyone was like laughing, and I was like, why is everyone laughing? And I was like, oh yeah, it's okay to be sad sometimes. And then I realized what I actually just said, and I couldn't stop laughing for the rest of the show.
Eva wants to know, what was your favourite song to make on the Bright Lights, bright lights,
Come on,
red
get it right, Katrina.
eyes.
You worked on this project.
EP.
I'm kidding. Sorry, say it again.
Fail from Katrina. What was your favourite song to make on this wonderful EP that you recently released
Wonderful
that I can't
and
say?
amazing. I think favorite one to make. I had a lot of fun making "Say It Over." I think that one was the one where I was like, "This is." I know I kind of hear where it was going to go, production-wise from the beginning, and when it got there, it was just so exciting. And then when I hit up Cautious to do the verse, he was just so like quick with his response and came back with a verse. And I think that was just such a nice process.
Phoenix wants to know what's been the hardest obstacle for you to overcome during COVID.
Wow. That's a question that's going to hit hard. Hardest obstacle? I think it's just, patience. And so I think we've all just learned a bit of patience and it's kind of just getting over that first hump of like, okay, things aren't going to be the same for a while. And you just got to accept it. And I think, I really, really wanted to start performing the songs like as soon as I put it out. And I knew like leading up to the release, I was like, I'm not going to be able to perform these songs for so long, properly in front of crowds and touring the world with it. And I was kind of just getting over that sort of realization, just, kind of learning patience was a big obstacle for me. Obstacle.
Somebody cheeky again has asked, do you still think cereal is a soup?
It's not cheeky, but I'll take it.
It kind of is.
All right, is cereal a soup? Look, can we all agree that cereal is a soup for a second? It's a chunky soup. It's a cold, chunky soup. It's a liquid with stuff inside of it. It's a chunky white soup. Can we all agree on that for a second? But like, what else isn't a soup that is like that, Well, you got the time. You go. Yeah, of course you'll go with me. Pay you to be here. Of course you're going to be with me. Depends what the cereal is. Cheerios. Soup, no soup.
I think, cereal dependent in my opinion.
Thanks, Bo. Next question.
I tend to agree with you, Ruel.
Do you agree with me, Katrina?
Yeah, I do.
I guess another person. That works for me.
Taylor would like to know if your songs are based on real life.
This last EP, kind of not so much when it comes to the specific lyrics. I don't think it's necessarily, everything in a song has happened to me. I don't know, I was just kind of basing it off other people's lives and books and movies and stuff like that, and just like visuals that I thought sounded cool more than ever. But then you kind of find something to relate to after you've written it, in a way. It's strange. So I think for this latest EP, not so much. There's definitely a few songs in there that I kind of base it off experiences, but not so much for this last one, but definitely prior to that, 100%.
Zoe would like to know that when you're writing songs and during the songwriting process, how do you spend your spare time and your breaks?
I don't know. I just like to be active, I guess. I love to surf. I love to play basketball, football, just see my friends, play PlayStation. Just very normal kind of human things. I'm a normal human boy. I do normal things in my spare time.
And I personally think you have the best music taste in the world and you're always putting me on to something. So what are you currently listening to at the moment?
Currently listening to a lot of The Neighborhood, actually. Like, they just put out a deluxe version of their album, Chip Chrome and the Monotones, and I've been listening to those 4 tracks I just added, and those are very good songs. So get onto that album, guys.
And our last question, what are your plans for 2021?
I mean, hopefully just kind of seeing more places, if it's allowed or if it's safe for everyone. But that is kind of in the pipeline, I guess, if everything starts to work out. And but yeah, if not, I guess I'm just gonna